congratulations on this exhibit. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about why this is so important to you?
Well, I'm going to tell you only a little bit because I haven't seen the exhibit yet. I just got back from New York last night, and I'm taking off tomorrow for New York again, going back to rehearsals for Pacific Overture. So what I've just skimmed through this, it's a collection of each decade of my life. Looking back on it, as I enter my 9th decade, and to relive some of my childhood, my teenage days.
That's so fortunate of you to be able to relive it in a little museum. And
very few people get this extraordinary opportunity.
And I love this museum too, representing the Japanese Americans, right?
Yeah. I'm so proud of this museum, and I love it. We got married at this museum, at the Democracy Forum. Across the plaza.
Oh, wow.
Because our marriage was made possible by democracy.
Yeah.
My spouse is Brad, and it was a lot of struggle. But you know, all of democracy, there's been a struggle for equality. I mean, women had no rights when this nation was founded.
It's helped tremendously. Well, now I'm feeling a little bit of a setback with the new president.
Well, it isn't everybody. But nevertheless, when you look at it in historic terms, great progress, amazing progress has been made. Women couldn't vote.
Yeah.
You couldn't have property. You didn't have rights over your own children.
Yes.
And now we had a woman run for the presidency of the United States, and we still wish she had won.
Yes.
Instead of this one that we have now.
But you know, like with the adversity adds a lot of power and strength within that.
Not equality, because now you become equal, and you have the same kind of power. In fact, you know, there are more women now becoming corporate executives, leading scientists. A woman astronaut led a team of astronauts who went soaring out into space. 3 women on the Supreme Court of the United States. So, you know, it's not power over anybody else, but equality to share power to make our society better.
Well, you're extremely educated. Where do you get a lot of your information from? What's maybe your favorite book?
My favorite book? I have so many now. You know, we love Savannah, Georgia. We read Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, Brad and I, and we loved it. And we wanted, you know, there are a lot of quirky characters, a lot of eccentrics living in Savannah. We got the impression from the book. So we went to Savannah, and with a book in hand, we roamed around looking for all those places that he describes. And we came across other people walking around with a book in hand. That's a fun book.
That's so cool.
A book that I really enjoyed from Bill Buck was The Good Earth.
Oh, I read that one too. Yeah.
And when they made a movie of it, they botched it up because, you know, I couldn't believe Paul Muni and Louise Raymond with that fake Asian eyes. You know? So you journalists like to get the most favorite. There's a book out called Allegiance, the same title as our music, written by a Roosevelt, Kermit Roosevelt, who's the great-great-grandson of Theodore Roosevelt. And that is about the internment of Japanese Americans. It's a fascinating book, and he's a law professor at Pennsylvania State. And I found that a gripping thriller. A page turner. Can you imagine? A history book that's a page turner. There's a murder committed. So he's been able to weave in a murder mystery into that historic event of the internment of Japanese Americans. So there are so many very different books that I've fallen in love with.
And okay, well, as a Japanese American, I myself am a Japanese American. What are some of your so I'm sure you've been back to Japan.
Many times.
Many times.
I went to school there. But it was a summer school.
Okay.
But it was a present from my parents to spend summer. Again, they were into education.
Yes.
They wanted me to learn more about Japan.
Well, they definitely succeeded in their education. I know that going to Japan and coming back, I never really feel quite at home except in my household. Do you have that same experience? Like when you go
In
to
your
Japan?
household?
Like when I go to Japan, I'm not pure Japanese.
Oh,
Like,
of course.
I'm pure.
Yeah. Well, you become very conscious of the fact that you're an American.
Yes, that's what. Yeah.
And I speak Japanese fluently, but they're able to smell us out because I could be walking around a department store, Mitsubishi, on the Ginza, and the sales clerk would come up to me and say, in Japanese, they would, people in America love this. She knows that I'm an American.
It's crazy how they just know.
But I thought of that. Here in the U.S., when we have Japanese visitors, tourists or business people, you can tell they're from Japan. There's something about the way they walk or the way they dress. You just get a sense. They're not us.
Right.
They're from Japan. And in the same way, they can identify us. So I feel I'm very comfortably American in Japan.
Right.
And because I can speak Japanese, I can move amongst them, confident that I'm who I am.
Well, thank you so much for representing Japanese Americans and helping us pave the way up to 2017.
We all pave the way together.
Yes, but I mean, it just you're a fascinating creature. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.